Hey you guys, we're here at Henry's Marketplace, and Natalie,
Hello,
was good enough to join us. And we're going to go take a little tour, and Natalie's going to talk about some of the things she likes to buy, was curious about buying, and perhaps your family and friends have some questions about as well.
John. I always have a question about breads because I know you're supposed to eat whole grains, and
Correct.
I know that wheat bread is
As
wonderful.
opposed to just a flour, white, something like that.
A white
Yeah.
bread.
Okay.
But which whole grains are best for you? What fiber content? What should I be looking for when I'm looking for a good bread?
Well, you want actually a bread that's very hearty, that has some substance to it, where you can actually see the grains in it. Milton's bread, the multi-grain, is very good, and you can...
Can we maybe compare the two?
Sure. All right, let's... which one did you want to look at?
Let's look at just the 100% whole wheat.
100% whole wheat.
And then like a multi-grain. Because
Okay.
I tend to go for this, but these look more exciting.
Okay. Calories from one slice, 120.
90.
Calories from fat, 5.
Calories from fat here are, where are they? Oh, it's 10.
Okay. Sodium, 140 milligrams.
190.
All right. Total carbohydrates, 26 grams.
18.
Fiber, 3 grams.
And 3 as well.
Sugars,
3.
and this is 6. Protein, 4.
4.
So what does that tell you?
So it tells me that that this has some qualities like higher sodium, which I wouldn't necessarily want,
Right.
but less carbohydrate.
Correct. Both pretty good choices, especially as compared to a lot of other options in other stores as well.
Okay. So a lot of times when I want a little protein, but I'm not exactly sure what I should have and I don't want a lot of fat,
Okay.
what would be a good choice? A meatless burger, a veggie burger,
Okay.
a tofu burger, or hot dog?
There are some good choices, and there also are some lean choices of meat. You know, like turkey's very high in protein and is much leaner than most beef, or beef in general, but specifically beef that is not organic.
Okay.
But let's just look at this one, for example, the Smart Dog soy protein wheat gluten. So if you have celiac disease and are allergic to gluten and wheat, oat, rye, and barley, then this wouldn't be a good choice. And if you're not, and you don't have any conditions that would say no, then the Smart Dogs would be a good choice. Total 45 calories, no fat,
Not bad.
0 fat, only 290 milligrams of sodium, has 230 milligrams of potassium, 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, but 8 grams of protein. That's actually pretty darn good.
It's a smart dog.
Is this pronounced tofurkey?
I think so.
I think that means tofu turkey is
I
what they're
think
trying to
that
say there. Calories 100 and serving size is 5 slices. Pretty thin. Total fat 3 grams. Sodium 300, a little bit high, not too bad. Total carbohydrates 6. Fiber 3. Sugar only 1. Protein 13 grams.
So it has more protein, I think?
Yes, per serving. That's 13 as compared to 8. But even 8 grams of protein is still a lot. But that's a good choice. That's really, really good.
What is considered high or borderline high sodium?
It depends what else you're going to eat and how many total milligrams of sodium you're having throughout your day.
Okay.
The general rule is you just want to have as little as possible. Right, Natalie, I love sushi.
Me too.
Sushi is very good. Right now we have the fully cooked California roll. Sushi can be incredibly good for you. However, a California roll is probably the least healthy of any type of sushi. Check this out. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of California roll. Total fat 22 grams. Calories 450. Calories from fat 200. So it's about 40% fat or so. Cholesterol 25 milligrams. Sodium 990 milligrams.
Ouch.
That is as more than a can of Campbell's soup, which generally gets a bad rap for the sodium content.
Oh, wow.
Dietary fiber 4 grams. Sugar 6 grams. Protein 9 grams. So this sushi dish is not as healthy as something like this one, which would have the shrimp, just the plain shrimp and things like that. Here's something I noticed that I really like, and that's the pickled ginger.
Oh, right.
Now, ginger by itself, again, in the raw or powdered form, is very, very good for you. However, let's see what this says. Ginger, water, sorbitol, that's a sugar alcohol.
Okay.
So it doesn't raise your blood sugar levels the same as a regular sugar would.
Okay.
Plum vinegar, salt, citrus acid. This particular one has aspartame in it, which a lot of people aren't going to like. However, let's see, it only has 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of carbohydrates. Sodium only 55 milligrams. So that's, and again, this is 1 tablespoon is a serving size.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of aspartame. A little bit like this probably isn't going to be detrimental to you. Not my favorite choice. I would rather see someone have raw or powdered ginger.
Okay.
But a little bit on the side without the aspartame, I think, is really good, and it tastes awesome. And here's an interesting thing. One time I had a sore throat. I was at home. I had nothing to help my sore throat. I chewed on a bunch of pickled ginger like this, and my sore throat went away, and it was gone, and that was it. And it's the only thing I used was pickled ginger. Right now, Natalie is interested in learning how to really dress up her salads. Total fat, 8 grams. Saturated fat, 6 grams.
Ooh, that's high.
Tastes awesome. Too much saturated fat. So we're going to see what else we can use here. You know what? I like avocado.
I love avocado.
And avocado is good high in the good kind of fat.
Well, because
the healthy fat.
I know it's high in fat, but you say it's high in healthy fat.
It's the good kind.
Okay.
But we have a lot of different salad mixes here. One thing that I like using is the baby spinach. You can have all spinach salad, or you can mix the salad with like a spring mix or the baby field greens and mix all that together. And the tomatoes are always very good.
If I can't have the carrot, what about something else for crunch, like jicama, radish?
Jicama has a lot of crunch. There's not that much nutritional value in a jicama root.
Okay.
But if you need something to satisfy the crunch factor, that's good. And salads are awesome for you. However, you need protein as well. Right.
What about a cheese, though? You said blue cheese is too high. Can you recommend a different kind of cheese?
Well, ricotta cheese is a better choice. Generally, people just have too much of the cheese.
Right.
They just eat too much.
I think that's my problem.
You can have a little bit, but ricotta is a better choice than blue cheese, although I know blue cheese tastes great. So if you must, have it in small quantities just to add that flavor that you're desiring. Does this remind you of a Flintstone episode? Fred's at the dinner table just grabbing this thing and working it.
Sometimes they'll have prepackaged meats that are marinated, like this one, for instance.
Prepackaged meats that are marinated.
That are already marinated.
All right, well, let's check out how they marinate.
Versus, creating my own marinade, which I can control what goes in it, and I can control...
Well, this is peppercorn bacon flavor, fresh boneless and skinless chicken breast fillets from Foster Farms. I love their commercials. Let's see. Serving size is 1/2 of a fillet, which is 3.6 ounces. That's 100 calories. Only 10 of those calories come from fat, so 10%. Total fat 1.5 grams. Saturated 1 gram. Trans fat 0. Cholesterol 30. Where cholesterol only comes from meats. Sodium 660 milligrams. That's from the marinade.
Right.
Total carbohydrates 2. Total sugars 1. Protein 21. So basically, it's the sodium that you're concerned about, but the marinade. But I don't know what marinade you were doing at home, and would it be any more or less than that? And again, it's just the sodium you have to be concerned about. Use as little salt as possible. Is there other ways to marinate this and other meats and minimize the sodium content? We're going to head on back up to the front of the store and kind of wrap things up and figure out what lessons were learned, and then I'm going to let you grab a cart so you can do your shopping.
Oh, alrighty.
What stuck out? What'd you learn? What's the message?
Well, I really learned that you can't just trust a package. You have to look at the ingredients, and you have to look at things like overall fat calories, overall sodium, and even just the carbohydrate, especially in my breads. If I'm just choosing one of the brown breads, I got to make sure it's the one that's offering the most nutritional value.
You need to learn to read labels, and then you have to learn to interpret the labels. You have to know what you're actually reading. First, take the time to do it. So we want to thank Henry's for allowing us to come in and utilize their beautiful store, and I hope you visit the one nearest you. And so I thank you, and we'll see you again soon. And I know you want to grab a cart and do your shopping.
I'm ready to shop.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we'll see you.